Welcome back to Nation of Glory. Today, we bring you a story that has shaken fans across the world, a story that blends the excitement of superhero cinema with the vulnerability of the very human actors who bring those heroes to life. This is the story of how filming for Spider-Man: Brand New Day was suddenly put on hold after Tom Holland, the man millions see as the face of Spider-Man, sustained a head injury on set. It is a story of dedication, of sacrifice, of the risks behind the spectacle, and of the love between an actor and the audience that makes these moments feel so personal, so emotional, and so unforgettable. Tom Holland has become more than just an actor in a suit. To millions, he is Spider-Man since the moment he swung into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He captured the youthful energy, the vulnerability, the humor, and the heart of Peter Parker. He became the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in a way that felt authentic, natural, and deeply personal. Audiences didn't just watch him, they believed in him. And that belief turned into a bond, one that made news of his injury on the set of the latest Spider-Man film hit especially hard. Behind every superhero movie lies a world of tireless effort, grueling rehearsals, and high-stakes stunts. For Tom, who has always taken pride in performing much of his own action work, the line between performance and danger has always been razor thin. His athleticism, his energy, and his insistence on realism make every swing and every leap breathtaking on screen, but they also carry risks. On this day, during the filming of Brand New Day, that risk turned into reality. A stunt went wrong, a moment turned dangerous, and Tom suffered a head injury that brought the entire production to a sudden halt. The headlines traveled fast. Spider-Man filming paused. Tom Holland injured on set. Fans across the globe stopped in their tracks, their hearts heavy with concern. Because for fans, this wasn't just about a movie delay. It was about Tom himself. The boyish smile, the kindness he shows in interviews, the way he visits children in hospitals still wearing the Spider-Man suit, it all makes him more than a star. He feels like family. And when family is hurt, the world feels it. The atmosphere on set was described as tense, worried, protective. Crew members rushed to his aid, medical staff were called, and for a few moments, the world of Hollywood spectacle gave way to the fragility of human life. Tom, though shaken, was conscious. The injury was real, but the spirit of the man behind the mask remained unbroken. Even in his pain, he reassured those around him, showing the same resilience that has defined both his career and his personal character. The production team quickly made the decision that safety must come first. Filming for Spider-Man: Brand New Day was paused indefinitely, allowing Tom the time and space to recover fully. And while that pause may frustrate studio schedules and delay eager fans, it also reminds us of something deeper. Movies can wait. Scripts can be rewritten. Scenes can be delayed. But the health and safety of the people who bring those movies to life must always come first. Tom Holland's journey to this moment is itself an inspiring story. He was not handed the role of Spider-Man, he earned it through years of hard work, through his background in dance and gymnastics, through countless auditions where his energy and authenticity shone through. When he was cast, he was relatively unknown, but he quickly became one of the most beloved faces in modern cinema. The joy he brought to the role wasn't manufactured, it came from his own heart, his own belief that Peter Parker was more than just a superhero. He was an everyman, a teenager with struggles and flaws, and a heart big enough to carry the weight of responsibility. It is that authenticity that makes fans feel his injury so personally. Because Tom has never hidden behind the Hollywood curtain. He has always been open, vulnerable, even playful with his audience. He shares stories of his nerves, his mistakes, his excitement. He dances, he sings, he jokes, he lives as a young man thrust into fame, but determined to stay grounded. And when such a person suffers, the world does not just see a headline, they feel a loss, even if temporary, in their own hearts. The pause in filming now creates a ripple effect. Studios will reschedule, scripts may adjust, release dates may shift. But for fans, none of that matters as much as the question, how is Tom? How is the man behind the mask who has given them so much joy? And the good news is that early reports say he is stable, recovering, and expected to make a full return. That news brought relief, waves of love, and messages of support flooding social media. Fans from every corner of the globe united, sending prayers, encouragement, and gratitude to the man who has carried the Spider-Man legacy with so much grace. And isn't that what makes this story so powerful? It's not just about an actor and a role. It's about the connection between performer and audience, about the way one young man from England grew to embody a symbol of hope for millions. Spider-Man has always been about resilience, about rising after falling, about getting back up no matter how many times life knocks you down. And in this moment, Tom Holland's real-life story mirrors the very hero he plays. He too has been knocked down. He too will rise again. And when he does, fans will cheer louder, not just for Spider-Man, but for Tom himself. This pause, painful as it is, will one day be remembered not as a tragedy, but as a chapter in a much larger story. It will be remembered as the time when Tom Holland showed the world that heroes are not only found on screen, but in the way a man handles real-life trials. He will return stronger, wiser, and perhaps with an even deeper understanding of the hero he portrays. For the cast and crew of Spider-Man: Brand New Day, this pause is a reminder of the risks they all face, and of the family-like bond that unites them. For the fans, it is a chance to reflect on how much one actor can mean, how deeply stories can touch us, and how grateful we are for the people who dedicate their lives to creating them. And for Tom, it is a chance to heal, to breathe, to take in the overwhelming love that millions are sending his way. In the end, this story is not just about an injury. It is about resilience. It is about the bond between a man and the millions who believe in him. It is about the truth that even our heroes are human, and that their humanity is what makes them great. Tom Holland's story continues, and the world waits eagerly for the day he steps back into the Spider-Man suit, not just as a hero on screen, but as a man who has lived the very lessons his character teaches. Thank you for joining us here at Nation of Glory. If you felt the weight of this story, if you believe in celebrating not just the roles but the real people behind them, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it with others. Until next time, this is Nation of Glory, bringing you the stories that matter, the stories that move you, and the stories you will never forget.